Toastmasters and most welcome guests.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The purpose of my project today, as Kathy mentioned, is for me to identify my own leadership style. And to do that, this project starts out with a brief survey that you take, the answers to which will tell you which of the 8 leadership styles is your leadership style. So I went ahead, took the survey, and as it turns out, I had 21 points for 3 diametrically opposed leadership styles. They were authoritative, democratic, and pace-setting. So I scratched my bald head and I thought, well, how can one person embody 3 totally different leadership styles? But then I gave it some more thought. And I thought, well, you know, they've got something there. Just in my Toastmasters career alone, I can think of 3 different situations in which I've employed one of those 3 leadership styles. And today, I'm going to share with you 3 examples of how I have put these 3 leadership styles to use. The first one that I'll share with you is when I use the authoritative style of leadership, and that was when I was a division director. I was a real taskmaster for my area directors. I laid down the rules. At our first meeting, I handed out business cards, or actually index cards, with the 3 requirements of a good area director. It said, you must charter 1 new club for your area. You must get all of your club visits done on time. And number 3, all of your clubs must finish the year distinguished or better, or else, right? That's what they were saying to me, right? And I took it one step further. At our next meeting, I had some chance to follow up, I singled out, in front of the group, mind you, one of my area directors, and I said, hey, I noticed you haven't completed any of your area club visits. What's going on? Now the effect on her, of course, was that she felt 2 inches tall. But we got the job done because being an authoritative leader is most effective when you know a lot more about the subject than the people you're leading, which in this case really was because I was an experienced area director before with many years of Toastmasters experience, so I did know more than the people that I was leading. But that was not the case on this next undertaking that I had in Toastmasters, which was the Pathways Guide Administrator. That was much different. For this, we had assembled a team of highly experienced Toastmasters who had been, some of them had been Toastmasters for over 20 years, so they knew a lot more than I did. So in that case, it's highly effective to use the democratic style of management, which I did. So as an example of that, we had to collaborate on different things, and I took their advice. For example, there was one person who had been Toastmasters for years and years, and he said, you know, I think it would be better for this club to be in my area as opposed to hers, and I think this club that you have signed to this Toastmaster, I think it would be better if that club were assigned to me. And I thought about it, we collaborated, and I ended up following his advice, and it worked out much better. So we accomplished our goals, and we all felt much better about it because we all had a say in the matter, and everything worked out well. So now you're wondering, when have I been a pace setter? Well, that's what I'm trying to do as your Vice President of Education. See, the pace setter has high expectations for the people they're leading, and he trusts their people to be highly motivated and highly in tune and really educated and highly motivated people. Now, of course, that's you, so in this case, it'd be highly appropriate for me to use the pace-setting method. So how am I employing that? Well, just before I became your VPE, I took it upon myself to complete one full path in Toastmasters, and I'm setting the example by moving right ahead on my second path. I'm in level 2 already in my second path. And I'm also working hard to give you speeches every now and then on how to navigate pathways. So I feel that I have been a pace setter, and time will tell if it's a success or not. Judging by Wallace's advancement and a few others in the group, Kathy's advancement in pathways, I think we're getting off to an excellent start. So, there you have it. I've just explained to you how, yes, it is quite possible that one little short Toastmaster can embody 3 management styles. Madam Toastmaster?